And a good Thursday to you. Seattle Kraken snapped a 4-game losing streak with a 4-1 win over the New York Islanders last night. The visitors got on the scoreboard first before Seattle countered with goals in the first, second, and third periods, while Philipp Grubauer played wonderfully in goal. The game was broadcast on TNT and True TV.
Barzal dropped it off. Here's a chance for Duclair, and he scores! Anthony Duclair, red hot, his 8th goal in the last 8 games. And it's a power play goal early on for the Isles. McCann pumps, doesn't shoot. Ryan Pollock was right there. They work it across to the skates of Stevenson. Eberle. McCann fires, blocked. Rebound, Dunn scores! Vince Dunn, a 5-on-3 power play goal. It's all tied in Seattle. And now McCann, Pellick trying to hold in the zone. He gets blown by McCann. Eberle in over the line. McCann shot. Rebound off the back wall. Chopped that by Beniers. Right out for Dunn, and it's knocked down by Sorokin. And that was clean out. Didn't deflect, didn't slow down off the glass. It was straight into the crowd. I was worried about those ones. Shot by Myers. Hits the iron and heads out. Winterton chipped it around Boquist. Barzal there to follow it up. Winterton threw himself to the boards, didn't let Barzal shoot it down. Myers has Dunn and Winterton. He finds Winterton, back for Dunn, they score! A pretty passing play for Seattle, and Vince Dunn gives the Kraken the lead. Long pass ahead, Oleksiak out of the box. They won't call icing here. Islanders are shorthanded briefly, and now there's an opportunity, and they score! Capo Kakko! 3-1 Seattle. Schaefer had it knocked off his stick by Kakko. Boquist, look out, lost an edge. Here comes Shane Wright off the turnover, saved by Sorokin. This one kept out of the zone for the moment. Now it's dumped in by Lee. Grubauer out of his net. Backhanded to Montour. He'll go with the high flip off target, but McCann beats it out and puts it in. 5 seconds left. One backhand try from D'Angelo. Shrugged away by Grubauer. Makes it a 4-1 final as the Kraken pick up the victory.
Coach Lambert and players were in an upbeat mood after the game.
You know, I thought there was, we clearly have to stay out of the box. We can't take that many penalties. I don't necessarily know if they were all penalties, but they were called. You know, and having given up the first goal early on, I thought our power play did a great job of capitalizing on, you know, that 5-on-3 when we really needed them to. So it was a great job by them. And then, you know, from the rest, you know, for the rest of the night after that first power play that they had, I thought we did an outstanding job, and I thought our goaltender was great.
Not the start, obviously, we wanted to have, but sometimes it happens. After the first one went in, we did an amazing job on the kill and shut it down. Their power play is probably way better than their percentage is showing. So, yeah, good from the kill. That's what we needed. No, we did a great job of keeping them to the outside, and we always have a pre-scout, right? We did after that goal what we pre-scouted, so that's helpful. And yeah, when we have a chance, try to get it done.
Yeah, I think a little bit of a roller coaster year, and I think kind of looking at the games there, we were on that long skid, and things get a little tough. But I thought overall that we're finding maybe ways to lose games, and you know, now with the little slide we had again, it seemed a little bit different. We didn't quite have the energy and the execution, so it's nice to kind of get over that with the win tonight and put that in the past. But with so many games, it's short-term memory, and you know, we move on to the next opponent here. It's going to be a really big game, and you know, I think just right now taking it day by day. It's a grind of a schedule that we have, that everyone has this year, so it's good to get over those losing streaks as fast as we can.
Seattle continues its homestand Friday against Anaheim. That starts at 7 o'clock on Prime Video and Kong TV. Well, health is a big topic of conversation at the VMAC in Renton this week as the Seahawks prepare for the NFC Championship on Sunday. Quarterback Sam Darnold popped up on the injury list last week with an oblique issue and is still on the mend. Coach Mike Macdonald and Darnold gave an update yesterday.
Yeah, Sam continues to get better. You know, he's not going to be a full go the whole week, so we have a plan. We're going to work through it, see how the day goes, and then we'll kind of take it day by day and then take it to tomorrow. But he won't be like throwing every ball, every play for the whole week. No.
Felt good. Feeling really good. Just attacking rehab these last couple days. Obviously, will be throughout the week. So, like I said, just got to continue to prepare and get my body right for Sunday.
Seattle's defense has been stout all season long, except December 18th in that game against the Rams. Matthew Stafford and Los Angeles offense gouged Seattle for nearly 600 yards. Mike Macdonald was asked how he intends to keep them in check Sunday.
I felt like we've been on point sometimes, and not so much, especially the second game. But look, you got to tip your cap to them. They played a great game. Stafford played a tremendous game. I mean, Puka obviously had a great game the second game. And, they did what they did to put up all the yards and points that they did. And we got to figure out a way to, to stop them this time. And as a team, I'm proud of the way that we figured out a way to win the game, given what happened on defense. They made a lot of great plays, so they had guys open, and when they didn't, they still made some plays. And I think the explosives really, inflate the stats a lot. Really, that's how you get, the only way you get to a number like that is by some really explosive plays, and those are good plays by them, and plays that we have to execute it, better. But when I'm thinking of that game, I'm thinking of, hey, got punched in the mouth early, and then our guys regrouped, and we kind of put ourselves back in a position to go win the game defensively. So there's positives and things you want to grow from that game for sure.
Rams and Seahawks kick off at Lumen Field Sunday at 3:30. That'll be on Fox. Ninth-ranked Gonzaga cruised to another WCC victory last night in men's college basketball. The Bulldogs beat up last-place Pepperdine 84-60. Washington fell to 8th-ranked Nebraska 76-66. San Diego outlasted Washington State 96-92. NWAC play Spokane blasted Wenatchee Valley 93-52. Big Bend topped Yakima Valley 86-77. Eastern Washington hosting Portland State tonight at 6 o'clock. That will be on ESPN+. The Washington women picked up a Big Ten win last night, 81-65. Wenatchee Valley beat Spokane 89-77. Big Bend also on the winning side down in Yakima Valley 87-59. Women's schedule begins at 6 o'clock tonight with Washington State at Pacific. Gonzaga visits Oregon State. Eastern Washington is on the road to Portland State. That'll be at 7 o'clock. All the games are broadcast on ESPN+. As we get to local sports, I need to make an apology. Last Saturday during our broadcast of Eastmont and Wenatchee basketball on the NCWLIFE channel, I mentioned that I had heard Eastmont was required by the WIAA to publicly make a sportsmanship pledge before each game. I was wrong. That is not the case. The sportsmanship pledge is part of a concerted effort to create a positive culture throughout Eastmont athletics and began in 2022. In fact, NCWLIFE helped create a video about Eastmont values with athletic director Russ Waterman.
Eastmont's athletic program has been working hard at reflecting and defining what an Eastmont student athlete will take away from their experience in our program. We believe it is much more than wins and losses. We believe that educational-based athletics is an extension of the classroom, and the purpose of our athletic program is to educate and grow our athletes into successful individuals after graduation. A student only has 4 years in high school. That's approximately 5% of their life. In that time, our coaches strive to instill in our athletes pride in themselves, improve self-esteem, community involvement, and build strong, lifelong relationships with their teammates and their coaches. Our 19 high school varsity teams hold 93 league championships, 107 district championships, and 32 state titles in our history. Our mission is simply to instill in our student athletes quality traits that will help them as Wildcats today and prepare them for post-high school as Wildcats for life. This mission is based upon 8 core principles that define who we are. And those core principles are:
the W in Wildcat stands for win.
What's important now?
The I in Wildcat stands for integrity.
Do what you said you're going to do.
The L in Wildcats stands for leadership.
Service above self.
The D in Wildcat stands for discipline.
Attention to detail.
The C in Wildcat stands for competitive.
One play at a time.
The A in Wildcats is attitude.
Bring the juice.
The T in Wildcats stands for toughness.
Embrace and overcome adversity.
The S in Wildcats stands for selfless. We over me.
Wildcats today.
Wildcats for life.
I've been involved with athletics here in North Central Washington for over 30 years. I can honestly say I've seen incredible improvements in the Eastmont program as far as their culture. Again, my apologies for providing inaccurate information. Eastmont should be proud of their athletics program and its accomplishments. In basketball last night, Pateras picked up a big win over the Nannies down Moses Lake Christian. 62-37 was the final. Now coming up tonight, Cascade visits Chelan while Omak hosts Manson. Easton plays at Soap Lake at 6 o'clock while Wilson Creek travels to Cascade Christian. Garden City Academy traveled to Thorpe tonight. They'll be at 7 o'clock. Chelan's hosting Cascade at 7:15 while Manson visits Omak. Wilson Creek and Cascade Christian boys tip at 7:30 tonight. Well, Grapplers hit the mats around North Central Washington tonight as well. Brewster is hosting Manson and Oroville. Cashmere's on the road for a double duel at Royal with Wapato and Zilla. The Eastmont girls and boys host Eisenhower beginning at 6 o'clock. Wenatchee's on the road at Sunnyside while Davis is hosting Moses Lake. Don't forget, we're going to be basketball tomorrow night as the Wenatchee Panthers host Davis. I'll be courtside 5:30 for the girls, 7 o'clock for the boys. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Thursday.